time it is. I'm redoing this broadcast that I did last night because I was just too... I had the sound up too high, or my voice was too low. Anyways, and it was late at night, and ended up muttering and mumbling to myself. So I'm rebroadcasting. This is a, as the title says, this is a Canada Dream map. I had avoided ATS for a while because it just was too limited, and then I realized after a while that there was a coast-to-coast map, which I loaded and used for quite a while, driving back and forth, having a lot of fun, and then noticed a Canada map, Canada Dream, that has a lot of cities and towns in Canada in it. Not a lot of detail in between, but then that's an awful lot of work. And it's recently both have been modded to work with 1.29. So I'm going to explore Canada Dream. Started off, went good to go to get to Vancouver, and I'm picking up a milling machine because I like doing heavy loads from BC to Vancouver, BC to Russel, Manitoba. It's 43 tons. I haven't picked it up yet, but I will. Here's the truck I have, or the three different IDs. I've got multiplayer that I'm building up enough levels so that I can get a decent truck. Something for the Dalton Highway, which is interesting in that it's 1-to-1 ratio in distance and time. And Ravensview, my regular one. My mod, I'll show you the mods I have just quickly. I've got the coast to coast and the signs thing that goes with it, Canada Dream. I got the mod that makes the top corner mirrors smaller. I've got a realistic traffic mod that adds much better traffic depending on location and time of day and kind of highway and stuff. Got something that boosts up the vegetation, the mountain textures, helps the physics a little more so that it's a little more realistic in terms of bouncing around and brakes and stuff, and improves the road services, and then a sound fix pack. So, fair amount of mods, but we'll exit this and let's go back into continue the game. Show you the map. We're going from Vancouver to, it goes weird like that, eh? Vancouver to Russel, Manitoba, but the map also goes up here to Whitehorse and over here. And I've just noticed I've got atrocious FPS. Not sure why. That's really bad. Wonder if it's the video settings that I changed. Take it out of full screen mode. Go back to the map. Yes, I'm better. So the map, the Canada map goes from Truro, Halifax, goes right across. It's damn fine. Goes up to Yellowknife and Whitehorse. I don't think I did that before, so I really would like to get up there, but I also like to do heavy loads, so we'll take a heavy load off to, we'll take our Vancouver to Russel, and then we'll pick up another load if we can go back up to the northwest and see what we get. That's the plan. Freeze the wind. Let's take the job. Yes. Because our only other choices from Vancouver are something down to Portland and something down to Portland. Nah, we want this one. And yes, we've got the stuff. I'll show you here my top left. My truck. It's a Kenworth W900. I like it. I don't really like the really long ones with the sleeper cabs on that, because the longer the truck, then the more time you spend trying to get just the truck around the damn corner. And it's hard enough with these long trailers where they've got a Jeep and then the regular trailer and then a Stinger behind it. So just to spread the load, they do track well. I've got the 510 horsepower because it's got a good range from 1000 RPM as the torque range starts. 18-speed gearbox, although I don't use the manual shifting anymore, partially because my buttons don't work on my shifter, G27 shifter, and also because, well, been there, done that. It's okay, but so we're running? No. There we go. We got gas. Yep, we're good. I like to run up here normally. Hopefully it's not too noisy. Sometimes backing up with mirrors works. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm in automatic mode, and I use the tab button to go back between sequential and automatic, I guess. Sequential shift, manual shift. Lights. Stop setting. Set up an autosave. Set up the camera because I like to take screenshots as I'm driving. Signal. Not that it always matters, but as you can see, there's a lot of freaking traffic. But be patient. Sometimes, well, sometimes if you nudge out, the cars stop. Sometimes sometimes they don't. Or sometimes they stop in an annoying place. You might nudge out and somebody will stop, they'll let you turn left, but they stop like right almost in front of you, so you can't get around them. So it's like, no, it's okay. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, sir. Might be space after these two guys because it tends to sort of fall away. Yeah, there is. Still space. No racers. Oh no, this is not multiplayer where people come whipping through at 100. I love this little guy sitting here. Take a picture of him. Okay. Last time I did this, I ended up going down to a couple of wrong roads, and didn't stop where I wanted to stop, so I think we might just go till, what is it, local time? It's just after noon, local time, 7 in the morning, so we'll drive, it's 20-to-1 ratio, so that's 3 minutes to the hour. So I can drive 60 minutes here, and that's 7 days, 4 parsecs. I think it's 20 hours, more than enough time. This is a 43-ton load, but weigh station. Wave at it to go by. 43-ton load, but it seems to get going pretty good. Not that bright, you know. It just takes it a while to rev up. There we go. 51K. Oh, I was going to change my Ks, miles to Ks. My apologies. Bear with me while I do that. It's down here in game preferences, I think, down at the bottom. Length in kilometers, weight in metric. I think that's where I am. Temperature in Celsius, volume units in liters, consumption units in liters, consumption, kilometers per liter. That's right, we don't do miles per gallon. We do, actually we do, I think we do liters per 100 kilometers, but this will do. Sorry, why can't I get this to... Okay, good. Now we're going 76 kilometers per hour, and the limit is 120K. And you'll see it'll cut out. At about 100 and some K because I've got the speed limiting. 90 miles an hour, whatever that is in kilometers. Construction on the other side, not on my side, that's good. I'm not an oversized load, although I've got the flags on, but I don't think it's really oversized. I mean, I've seen bigger ones. There's a big transformer that looks like a Lego block. And it's, see, that guy's not that wide anyways. And anyways, the construction sites with 1.29 especially, they pop up dynamically as do accidents and other things. So they, rather than seeing the same thing every time you go by a particular mile post or kilometer post in Canada, you see different, it'll shuffle around, so you might see it farther up or farther down the road. What you will see is mountains popping up suddenly in the distance, like those books the kids have, where you open the book and little fold-out things. And Hool, which is like U-Haul but different. What's the Walmart? I forget what Walmart one is, but they're kind of clever the way they've not licensed the particular things, but revving up through the gears. Up and down and up and down and up and down. Nice, nice up and down and up and down. I think last time I accidentally went into Kamloops, which was nice. I didn't want to. Then I discovered Kamloops without gas and was going to just loop my way back out of Kamloops, back onto the highway, and I managed to loop around and wave at the gas station again in Kamloops, and then finally made it to the highway. So possibly it was the pot roast I had last night, or the wine I had with it, and after it. Show you our route here on the world map. we are going from Vancouver up through past Kamloops this time. There's a place to stay for gas and to rest here. I'm not sure what time it'll be. There's some just between us and Kamloops. There is a definite hill that definitely showed me down. And around Golden. Golden is somewhere I've driven past on my train simulator. There's definitely hills there. There's another rest space and gas up just past Golden. And then we missed Calgary. I think on this I'm going to, it's a long load, I'm going to skip going through towns to discover the towns, because it's just too, well, it's just too tricky with this long trailer. It tracks quite well, but there we are eventually over at Russel. So, well, no, I'm tempted to go into Calgary. I suppose I could go down here and just do a loop around Calgary and then back up. Thing is, if you don't discover a town that they don't show up as a place to take a cargo from. If you want to jump around the map and pick up good cargoes. But yeah, maybe we'll do Calgary. We'll think about it. Turn off to the highway. Oh, the mountain pops up. A lot of this route follows the Trans-Canada Highway. Sorry, I'll go back to the map again and show you that. That symbol is, oh look, Trans-Canada Highway. It's number 1 here. Changes numbers. Number 1, number 1, number 1, number 1. Across Canada. We get all the way into Ontario. We got 17, the northern route. No, 17, just the regular cross Canada route. Northern route is this one here through Nikina and Hearst. Anyways, back to driving. So, mountains there. No scary hills yet, but they're coming. The mountains pop up in the distance. Pop, pop, pop. Mountain ahead. Like, oh shit, a mountain popped up in the middle of my road. Thank you for the warning. Fuel is good. Good. We got 1,300 kilometers left in fuel. And truck lane. Now, I know about this, so I'll make sure. I've got a lift axle. This is a 6x2. I got a lift axle which helps traction. I'm gonna lift it right now. Yep, because I would have lost traction. And I'm going to go into manual shift so that I can manually nudge these gears, because the automatic tends to either not gear down or gear up. It'll sit at A1 forever, or it'll go from A1 to A3, which is oops, back to A1 to A3, oops, back to A1, so it's not quite intelligent. See, we'll go back to automatic here for a bit. lifting this middle axle like this means that more weight goes on the drive axle, which actually improves the physics in this game, or improves the traction. Good physics. You can see there's a long line of trucks up ahead there. And I've discovered on this map that if one, the AI sometimes sees you doing just a little better than the other people, and so the back truck will suddenly slow down just to make it life more annoying for you. So then you change lanes, and then you end up blocking it for everybody. And then the trucks to the right of you start going fast, and but don't let you in. So it's yep. Brake on. See, we've done it here. We may have lost it. We didn't gear down fast enough. Let's see what happens. Take the brake off. We're good. Possibly we'll be able to gear down. Let's see where our revs are. See, our sweet spot is between 1,000 and 1,500. Really narrow torque range on these trucks, but a lot of torque. Let's see if we drop down a gear. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we won't be able to do third. We can try. Oh, no. Okay. See? I told you. Okay, here we go again. First gear. Seemed like we could do third, but maybe with a lighter load or a bigger engine. See, there's somebody edging up on the left. That guy up front is going slow, and the cars behind him are just being very patient. There we go, second gear. While we're going up, I'll tell you my G27 controller story. It stopped working, behaved erratically, and couldn't get it to be recognized by Windows. Played around a lot. It had worked for a while, then it stopped working, and I suspected this Windows Creator update, so I went back to the previous Windows version. I think 1703 is the Creators update is Windows 10 1709. And so I went back to 1703, still problems, called Windows Support, or chatted online with Windows Support, and they spent probably an hour and a half total taking control of my computer, and different people. You'd see on the little window so-and-so now, and now, you know, now it's Manuel, now it's Ruiz, now it's Sarah, like all these people going back and forth. No, Mina's back. So they did a lot of work, but they tried uploading drivers, doing all sorts of stuff. Their bottom line was my least annoying performance would be if I upgraded to the Windows 10 1709 Creator version, which I did, and disabled the Logitech driver and used just the driver that's bundled in the Windows 10, and it's not bad. I went to the Logitech profiler again, and every time I go in there and touch a button and stuff, trying to see if things work, and it'd be erratic. The wheel would jump and spin and stuff like this, and then I thought, oh, almost like too much feedback. So I went into the Logitech profile and turned off force feedback, and also turned off the centering spring, which is for the steering, but I also had to turn it down to about 30% because just turning it off didn't seem to help. Went into ATS then, into the options, and then turned off force feedback there too, because I'm allowing I've got the option in the Logitech profiler that allow the game to override or to modify parameters. So turn down the force feedback in ATS also. So now I've got and the spring centering is down. So now I was able to adjust in the profiler 900 degrees, I think, which is what I had in the wheel. So back to the wheel. Shifter works, the pedals work, the buttons on the wheel all work. None of the buttons on the shifter work, which is, there's 4 red ones across there. There's a pad, a rocker pad above, and then there's a diamond to 4 buttons above that. I had programmed them all, none of them work. So I'm back to hitting the appropriate function keys, which sometimes I hit and sometimes I don't. I remapped the quick save and the screen save to my wheel, which I like, and I got left and right. Left and right turn signals. I got my Jake and my high beams, the Jake brake, and the Jake being the engine brake, and this transmission also has. Oh yeah, we might be getting up high enough. We can actually go back to automatic, and I can see the top of the hill. Let's try and see what it thinks. Nope. Not yet. The automatic is still having problems. The paddles are the retarder, which is, instead of an engine brake, is a transmission brake, basically, or it works on the transmission. To slow the truck down, it's got 3 different settings. You just click it on with the paddle and off. I don't think there's an indication on the dash of this particular truck, or maybe it's in one of the little windows, but you just have to remember that you click it on, click it down. Click, click. I think it's a 2-position thing. It sort of helps. It's good. It saves the brakes when you're going down a long hill. The long hill that comes after, the long down that comes after this long up, I'm pretty sure. I've been down it before. It's a nice load. The slight load that is given from the slight braking power from the retarder is not enough, and the Jake brake is not enough either. But the physics, I used a nice physics mode on mostly on ETS, but also on here, that was done by Alexi P for ETS, but he's out of the mod business now. But his physics mod had changed the brakes, how the brakes. Now we can, sure to God, now we can shift. Yes. His physics mod changed. See, now there's a sign saying, now we're going down a hell of a hill. His physics mod changed how the brakes heated up. Okay, so we'll put the retarder on. Oh yeah, you can see it in the window, that little red thing. 2, 3. And Jake brake. Still not showing us, slowing us down. So regular brakes too. I think they actually have a runoff on this map. I think I saw it on this map. See, that's just a retarder and it's slowing us down. A runoff being where, for trucks, where you, like an emergency ramp, take the retarder off, because sometimes it's hard to drive with it on. It's a turn-off ramp just to the, like an exit that leads into a slight uphill run that's filled with gravel. So runaway trucks just take this slight bit of an exit and they slow right down. It works really well. In real life, there's one coming down the hill, Highway 11, I guess it is, just north of North Bay. There's one coming down that big hill and it's in the middle of the road. They just took the median Widened the road a bit, took the median. Oh, did you hear that clunk? That's cool. There's a video online of a test they did. The whole town got out. Basically, to watch somebody drive a, maybe a remote controlled transport going down the hill into this gravel thing, and just big cloud of dust and a lot of noise, and it might rip some wheels out from underneath the trunk, but oh well, life goes on. Let me look at my map here. Are we? Yeah, we're close to Kamloops. Construction on the other side. Not us. That's good. Drink of coffee there. I think we burned half a tank of gas. The interior view does give you how many miles it thinks you can go on the current gas, but the mileage, well, speed, cruise control, trigger economy. We 1.5 kilometers per liter, not a lot. But I'm not sure what they base that on, because Kamloops, don't miss this while you're playing with the gauges. With a heavy load, I find I get half. Okay, here we go. Now, brake. Now, not too close to that side. Looking in the mirror, I'm good in the back. See, the track's not bad. And I'm not, there you go, an overhead view. Now, which way do I need to go? Left, apparently. Oh, maybe I could have booted it through and gone left, but no matter. Sometimes the AI is designed to give you can roll right through something. Like if you're ready to go and just go. Gives you new cars. There's nobody there. Nobody here. There's a car, white car coming in the distance, but I know he will be a nice guy. Let me in. There's the truck coming down. Back up our map a bit because I like it back up. So it's 1:39:40. Gonna get ways to go before the next. Let's see where our highway narrows. Usually the AI lets you in. In fact, sometimes I'll be driving and I'll look in the mirror. Why is that truck just waiting? Oh, it's waiting for me. Thank you. So nice. Where are we now? We are hitting the wrong button. And we are Kamloops. We can stop here for gas. Or we can stop the other side of Calgary. I think I might stop on rest. Maybe I might stop it in the video and then start it again because I don't have to rest, but I'm pretty sure I've got lots of time on this road. expected Monday at 8 a.m. Oh, Monday by 3 p.m. And I think my ETA is Sunday at 9 a.m. So I got lots of time to rest. And especially, well, if I'm exploring a new area and doing a video, I don't want to drive at night. I've driven at night in the game and in real life, but it's nice to see the scenery. Rather than, oh yeah, pretty cool, the mountains are really cool, especially the stuff in the distance, but it was dark at the time. Definitely gonna stop for gas. I found with these, especially on these mountains pop up. Sometimes on a map, and especially this Canada one, you have to, if you can stop for gas, we'll get some, even if you're way down half a tank. No, I'll just get some, just in case. You can sort of tell. Sorry, it makes me chuckle when these things pop up in a different distance like that. Oh my god! You can sort of tell, like I said, how many kilometers it thinks you have. Woohoo! Nice hill, like driving with Dad down country roads and going over a hump, and your stomach lifts. Maybe your butt lifts on the seat. Maybe you want to hit the ceiling and land on your sister. And everybody giggles and or fights. And Dad might chuckle and Mom might say, don't make me turn around and whomp you. Or it might be the other way around. Funny the parents would say that. Don't make me. Don't feel that you have to whomp me. Okay, I'm quite alright. It wasn't my fault. You made me turn around and whomp you for picking on your sister. Oh, got a cough, got a teeth here. Yes, the cough worked. Feel a lot better. So the AI, you notice there's not trucks suddenly. Go in clumps, it seems, and they also time of day, location, whether it's a grippy highway or a country road, kind of nice. I think SCS is building that into, like as they do each mod, they improve vegetation and traffic and sounds and the weather and stuff like that. So the mods that people have done, which basically just tweak the existing parameters, that SES is some kind of share. The mods are needed less and less. Speaking of mods, I've started playing Spin Tires again. It's the Spin Tires Mud Runner version. I like it better than the previous one because the controls are better. They're less problems with the controls. And it's a little more reliable, and the physics has improved, and there's more trucks. My understanding is, I mean, it's been on hiatus for several years while Pat Bell, I think the developer, was in problems with the initial supplier, or the initial software company, and they were battling back and forth about payments and rights and stuff like this, and in the meantime, while he wasn't, they weren't doing any stuff, there was a very active user community that did all sorts of mods for maps and trucks, all sorts of stuff. It was cool. So it wasn't just Spin Tires driving logging trucks through the mud in the backwoods of Russia. It was, well, I guess it was basically still that, but they took different trucks than just the standard logging trucks that look like ex-military vehicles, which a lot of them were based on. On these corners, I have to watch in the mirrors. The ass head of this thing, like I said, it tracks. Let's slow down a bit. I've turned down brakes and trailer stability on this. I don't think this is a particular tippy trailer, but brakes are down almost too well. They're not off, but they're down pretty low. And that makes it more realistic. That means when I've got 43 tons and I come up to a traffic light or somebody stopped on the road, I've got to slow down. I've got to look ahead and no, step on the brake pedal now. This is not my car. This is a big truck. See here is more of a left. So watch this, watch it. Oh yeah, we're going to get gas, weren't we? How did we talk about that jam on the brakes? See, that was stoppable, but let's go here. Let's do this one. Yeah, we swung wide enough and over, so we're fairly straight. We need a little over half a tank. And what? Sit on my butt. $1.24 a liter. Who knows whether that's good or bad? And I don't know whether that's Canadian dollars. Possibly not. Somebody's what the hell's his problem? He's sitting behind me. Hey, you're blocking the gas. No, not really. Okay. Weird, eh? Hey, get out of the gas pumps, buddy. Screw you, hippie. I like this milling machine. Okay. Somebody, they don't really need the lights on here. Not that it hurts anybody. When in doubt, swing wide. Sweet chariot. You see, it sort of tracks. But I don't know, it helps to turn right from a commanding position. Blinker on, blinker on. Mute the mic, gonna cough. Yes, typical traffic, even on a Saturday on the Trans-Canada. Not as many passing lanes on this map as there actually are in Canada. There's a lot of places where they give you a reprieve and, you know, X miles of passing lane. It's like, oh, okay, good. Not even anybody on the other side. So let's go like this. Get way out so we don't take out that sign. Not that it really hurts anything. You take out a sign, it just knocks over. And it stays like that until you drive back into that area, and then someone has obviously come and replaced the sign. Damn nice of it. So I think what we'll do is we'll drive to the other side of Calgary. And take our rest there. We have any more of those big hills, construction on that side. Even if that's on this side with a few cones, this load doesn't take long. For all its weight and length. Oh, and it's going to start raining. Wow, this is something I discovered about that. The rain looks really freaking weird. And I'll look on the forum and see what people say. And here, we now have the opportunity to turn left. Well, if you choose to not take the opportunity, then you just go whack. See, people slow down for you, let you turn. Okay, this guy is actually going to, sometimes they slow down, but it's cheap at the top here. Yep, ascent is good. Sometimes what happens is the cars will slow down, pause, but it's not as if you can, blink your lights or they wave at you or something. So then you start turning and then they change their mind. They're like, "Oh, you were too slow." No, you're a big freaking truck. So I don't trust them. Yeah, before my next video, I'm gonna check up on the rain issue. I've run the wipers, and it doesn't really help. Unless it's one of the mods I'm running. No, I don't think I had a weather mod. Oh, we're 12. Oh, I could have dropped that axle, I guess. The lift axle. All the lift axle does really is, if it's up, it increases your traction. But it doesn't increase your load carrying capacity. Might be a problem with rain because I think physics mod and or ATS on its own adjust the traction if it's raining. Oh, we see. Okay. See this? Just a bit of shimmering on the windshield. I'll put the wipers on. No. No difference. Oh, we now shifted to third. I'll just stay in third. Let's put the lights on just because it's raining. I can't remember. I have occasionally got a light not on violation. They seem to happen less than they used to, but I think I've occasionally got one where it's been raining like this, and I didn't have my lights on. Everybody else did. Another sip of coffee. Everybody else did, and I didn't pick up the blue phone. So. Come on now, sports fans, let's go. Jeez, gracious. We are. See, we're getting on to golden, and then it'll be a while before we get Calgary. It's 5:45, but it's always summer in the ATS. SCS as summer mode. You can get winter mods and stuff like that, or mods that put spring flowers or autumn. The winter autumn leaves. The winter mod adds snow, and I think on the road, but it doesn't affect the traction. It's just cosmetic. I was going somewhere with that. I forget. But the weather, weather comes and goes. I got it turned down fairly low because the rain is nice, but if you have it at 50% and then it happens 50% and it lasts for a while, you just spend a lot of time driving in the rain and it's dull and boring. Speaking of weather, the spin tires simulator runs in the forest in as night and day longer shorter days, longer nights, I guess, in the winter. I take it back, it's not the winter, but it's just that the days seem to be shorter, and quite often there's a mist, like in a damp forest, which is fine. Quite realistic, but it makes it a little easier to program. You don't have to worry about distance. Like in this map, we're not in the middle of the forest, so we have to worry about things in the distance, but they often do, slippy berms on either side of the road, or thick trees, so you don't have to worry about programming it off into the distance. Unless, of course, it's the southwestern United States where they started off, where there's a lot of desert, but that's okay, that's just desert, so fairly easy to do. I think that's why they started the map there. Unless their demographics showed them the vast majority of potential ATS customers were going to be in southwest United States, which I doubt. I think it was just easier to start in that area. Wide open spaces and stuff. They had to do a rescale, I forget what it was, but it wasn't 1 in 20. It was, they had a lot less room. There's a lot less room to put in cities and stuff. Maybe it's like 1 in 36 or something. Not sure why. They did it, everybody hated it, and then they did a rescale. Not sure how easy that would have been, but they did. Or very happy. It's 6:50 p.m. That dark. Here in Canada, we're in November. Mid-November. It starts getting dark a lot earlier now. The shortest day of the year is December 21st. We're getting there. A month away from that. I was sitting writing the other day, because I am a writer. Novels, Kirk's Landing, and Return to Kirk's Landing. Online, and I looked up and it was thinking, oh, getting dark, must be supper time. Well, sort of, it's just past 4:30. Whereas you can get to, in the summertime, oh well, starting to get dark. Oh yeah, it's 9 o'clock at night. Okay. I grew up north, northern Ontario, Kirkland Lake area, and of course, the more the north you go, the more there are the effects of the day length are seen. So, so we wouldn't get. Keep it over on the mirror to make sure my asset doesn't hang out there, because then I get a crash or vehicle violation, I get a fine. Possibly damage the load, possibly lose money. The mountains are sort of okay. It'd be nice if the mountains were. The mountains do look different across Canada depending on how new or old they are. Probably would see snow on them even in summer, but I guess it's that's better than nothing. It's only a game and it's free. Well, the add-on map is free. Well, even the game itself, actually, it's always discounted. We've got a there's Sugar Mountain from. Always on, seems to always be discounted. They got a new DLC out for downloadable content, I guess. Look at this big ramp coming up here. I don't think we want that. No, we want to go around. New DLC coming out from New Mexico, which they finally did. Looks like that ramp just goes up into space. And this is not 2 lanes, that's just a very wide shoulder. But we'll use it. We need to be careful, like sometimes when you try to take a wide lane, you get a car thinking that you're doing that just specially for them. Oh, you see? There's a big truck coming up. Please don't pull right up. Leave space. Oh good. See, he stopped. So, little label, not an asshole. Oh. Ooh, this could be a problem. If I'm blocking that lane, stopping that guy from moving, then nobody will come out. And I will not be able to get anywhere. Oh good. I almost caused my own traffic jam. If I hadn't swung out, what's happening here? What are you guys doing? Oh, jeez, my gracious. Okay. Oh, good. Somebody let him in. Thank God for that. We would have been locked. Maybe there's a new parameter where there's a bunch of trucks like that. They label somebody as slightly less of a jerk than everybody else. Huh? Even though it's 8:30. Let's move on, just in case you get a fine. Don't need high beam. Maybe we put high beams on like this. Does everybody flash their lights and say, "Hey, asshole"? I wonder what has changed. Are we there yet? No, but I think I'm going to stop this whenever I get there. And well, I'll probably get gas because it's a gas station. Like I said, when in doubt you do, even though it's not down much. Down maybe an eighth of a tank. 10, keep to the right, that ass in, on my side of the road. Not bad, not bad. There's a windmill, wind turbine blade add-on that does not self-steer like a lot of them do at the back, where it doesn't have remote steering in the back. So it definitely is over length and tracks across lanes, especially in roundabouts. Not a lot of roundabouts in Canada. They're all over the place in Europe. Turn the lights on. Okay, let's see if we get somebody saying, "Hey." Again. If we stop, it's going to be, well, at least 7 hours. 9 hours, sorry. So it'll be 6 in the morning. It'll be right up. It's kind of cool, just the way that pops up, right? Picture of that and do a save. Where are we stopping again? Where the hell are we? Oh yeah, we're stopping here. Just yeah, I think it's laid out like the other one of the garage layout B-2 or something. No, I think there's only 3 or 4 different outline layouts. We'll stop there. It'll be later here. Yeah, it's after 1. Time for me to grab another coffee, have a shower, do some writing, do other things, and maybe get back to the rest of this trip later, because we are, well, we'll be almost a third of the way through. It's a long drive. I'll export this to my YouTube account, put it up there too. I think what I'm... Oh, I forgot to take a picture of that. Alberta. Got the wrong button. This is my screenshot. I like to take a picture of the provinces and some of the traffic signs, just so that my gallery gives me a record of where I've been. Or if it's a nice scene, I'll do that. Take these mirrors out. Take this thing out. Take a picture. Put that thing back in. Mirrors back in. It'd be nice if I could do a macro for my mouse that does all that, but well, maybe. Signal on, unless it's been on for this last hour. What happened? Brakes. Although they are somewhat considered in that if you look at these, we're good anyways, but if you look at these right turns, there's a bit of a on-ramp merge lane built in. Gas? Yeah, we'll get gas. And crash. It's 10 o'clock at night, and it's not dark yet. This is like, back home. Oh, one last hyping thing, so we get somebody annoyed. Oh, he did. Okay. So they do this. Okay, back end is good. Now I've learned there's a trick to sleeping. Resting these long loads. The trick being that the game doesn't always recognize the fact that you're in the parking spot for trucks and you can actually rest. So what I do after I've started the truck, look in the mirror, is everybody coming? No. Not to hit that propane tank. This might, well, I was going to say this might affect people in multiplayer mode, but even in that, people don't care. I hit a bit of curb there. I'll pull over to the edge. Is that off enough? Yeah. Drop the trailer. Check the mirror, nobody coming. Voila. Press the following key to stop the engine. I will. I'll even turn the lights on. Although I think it does that when I stop the engine. Parking brake on. And rest. And it is now Oh look, 8 a.m. Sun's been up for ages. The trucks sort of stay. It's not like people pop up or disappear overnight. I think it changes a bit, but you think these guys have been on the road already. But anyways, it's brighter, and we can look around, and we'll go back and pick up our load next video. So that's it, sports fans. Catch you later, dudes.